Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Hope for Humanity series. Today's topic is all about getting out of our own way. Now, we've all done this from time to time. If you are feeling like you're standing in your own way, this is the video for you. So, today I have 5 tips on what to do about this subject matter. So, number 1, we've got to stop caring so much about what other people think of us, because that is a big stumbling block for a lot of people. They're stopped dead in their tracks because they're too worried about what other people are going to think of them. Yes, to a certain extent, we all do this, and we do care what certain people in our lives think about us, such as our children, our family, our boss, our co-workers, and so forth. We want to put forth a good impression, understandably so. However, when it gets to the point where it's extreme and we start worrying about what strangers are thinking of us and what other people are going to think of our opinions that we're expressing, or if we're going to be worrying about not fulfilling our own goals because of what someone else might think, that's where it can become extremely detrimental. So, number 1 tip for getting out of your own way is realizing that who you are inside and your journey is meant for you and you alone to express it in whatever way, healthy way that you want to do it. So if you feel that I'm really a funny person, say for example, and I want to be a bit of a comedian around co-workers, around friends and so forth, but you're too worried about how they're going to take it or what they're going to think of you because of it, and you're suppressing something that may bring great joy to you, this is where it can be a problem. So for getting out of your own way, you have to realize that what other people think of you, first of all, is none of your business. It's more about them than it is about you anyway. So feel free to just be you and say what you want to say, do what you want to do, make these choices in your life, and do your best to explain it to the people that matter in your life so that they understand where you're coming from. The rest of the people, you don't owe an explanation to anyone. Go out there and live the best version of you can possibly do. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, stop thinking you can't do it. This is another big thing that we do, that we stand in our own way because we think that we're too old or it's too late or I'm not capable of it. This type of thing can happen for other people, but it can't happen for us. It's very limited thinking. You need to realize that it's never too late. You're not too old. You're not too this. You're not too that. You're not too anything to live the best version of you that you possibly can. So you have to find a way to eliminate that way of thinking and start to bring out the dreamer in you. Once upon a time when we were kids, all of us were kids once, and we had that dreamer inside of us where we wanted to do this and explore that, and we were going to be this when we grew up, and we were going to do that. Get in touch with that because it's still, that person is still inside of you somewhere. So get in touch with that dreamer and find out what that dreamer wants to do, and don't let anything, whether it's your size, your education, or anything like that, stand in your way. I've seen incredible things happen for people just because they took the chance to dream and to dare to dream and to make it manifest in their lives because they simply wanted to do it. It was something that they felt a calling for. And you can always, there's always ways around it, even if you have physical limitations. There are certain things that you can do. You can do the best to be the best version of yourself. So don't let your limitations ever stand in your way of getting the things that you want in life, because the main purpose of getting out of your own way is to live a happier, healthier, more vibrant existence, correct? So you have to get out of your own way in order to do that. And a lot of people don't realize that we ourselves hold the key as to whether or not we are going to manifest the dreams, the relationships that we want, and all of these things, the money and everything else. We are in charge of that, and we are perfectly capable, each and every one of us, of fulfilling these dreams and doing it in a really good, positive way that makes us happy, instead of going out there and just trying to make money just to make money. Try doing something that you love to do, even if you feel you can't. I'm not talented, I'm not this, I'm not that. You can always find a way to do what you love and to be able to make a living, and a really good living sometimes, out of doing that. And number 3 tip is stop talking yourself out of it. And this is another big thing that we do. We get all jazzed up and get all motivated, and then a couple of days later into it, we start talking ourselves out of it. Be careful. Watch that one, that self-sabotage, where we step in and our mind starts telling us like, maybe I'll do it some other time. I'll do it later. It's not, the timing's not right. This is happening. That's not happening. Stop talking yourself out of it, because the bottom line is, if it's something that you were motivated doing 2 days ago, the motivation is still going to be there. So try and discipline your mind to get out of that negative way of thinking and bring in more positive, optimistic way of thinking. Now, again, it's going to take discipline. I talk about that all the time. Number 4 is stop putting it off. Don't procrastinate. And that's another thing we do as well. Sometimes we say, well, we're going to start tomorrow, or we're going to start next week, or next year would be a good time, or in the summertime, or maybe in the fall. Don't procrastinate. That's a big killer. Do not put it off. Make sure that whatever it is you are inspired by, you act on it as quickly as possible and keep moving towards that direction. Putting it off can be the killer of a lot of dreams, right? So we need to make sure that we stay on track with whatever we're motivated for. Keep on that track and keep going towards it. If it motivated you in the first place, then there's something there that you need to explore. So keep moving towards that direction. Number 5 is the most important here, is realizing that you're going to have to put in the work. Every day, do something, at least one thing that brings you closer towards this goal. And once you start doing that, you're going to be on a roll, and it'll start off really small and seem really insignificant. But every day you move towards this goal of yours, it's going to feel really good, because you're going to feel really accomplished. Now, there's one thing I've learned being a YouTuber about consistency and the importance of that, in terms of, making sure that the videos get out in a timely fashion and that I remain consistent with what I do. It's taught me that it's not only about YouTube, but it's about life in general, because we as humans need some kind of consistency in order to move towards our goals. We can't just, rush and do a whole bunch of things in one day and then forget about it for days afterwards, and then we can lose focus and lose track. So it's so important to remain consistent with what you're doing, what your goals are. Every day, even if you have to find motivational videos that you listen to on a regular basis. I know I do that. It's very helpful. So I make sure every day I do at least one more thing to advance my goals, or to bring me closer to my objective. Now, remember, whatever it is, there's a lot of different people out there watching this video, and all of you have different goals and different desires and, different dreams, and as it should be. So what I would like to see people do is, moving forward in 2020 now and beyond, the world is changing. I think most of you will agree. The world is changing. And I feel that the goal going forward should always be doing what you love. And there's more and more people doing that, finding a way to make a living doing what you love. I always suggest that don't just go chase after the paycheck. Don't go after that diploma. If it's something you have no interest in, if you have an interest in it, yes, by all means, go that route. But if you have no interest in it, because your only interest is because I can make a lot of money doing that, you're probably not going to be happy in the career that you chose. Always choose careers that have some kind of interest for you, something that you will be motivated in the morning, that you get up, that you want to work towards, and you're going to be happy doing this. I mean, no job is perfect, doesn't matter what it is. There's always going to be pitfalls, ups and downs, good days and bad days. That's just life, and be realistic about that. When it comes to your career, though, you want to try and be as happy as you possibly can in it in order to make a living, to sustain yourself. Yes, but also to bring enjoyment. Remember, we spend a lot of our time working. So when you're doing that, don't you want to do the things that you enjoy doing? And there is so much options out there now, especially with the internet. People can do all kinds of jobs, can work remotely through the internet. You can work starting up your own business. People don't have to work these grinds as much, 9 to 5. Always, hold on to what you've got going on until you can change it. But that's why it's so important to work towards your goal, even if it's just a little bit each day. Say, for example, you have a full-time job. Even some of you have a full-time plus a part-time job or going to school. That's fine. That's not a problem. If you have a goal in mind to get you out of that trap because you're not happy there, then work towards it. Find what interests you. Find that dreamer inside of you. That there has to be something that interests you, that you really, really love to do. And why not make a living doing that? There are so many different types of jobs out there. There are things that people only dream of, these kinds of jobs. They haven't even been invented yet. And that's another thing. I want all of you out there to, dream your wildest dreams and come up with inventions. Every day somebody's inventing something new and putting it out there on the internet for people to purchase because it makes our lives easier. I want everybody to be able to tap into whatever it is you want to do and go for it. Now, if it's not on the career front, and say your career is fine or your finances is fine, that's not an option for you. It's not something that you're looking at changing, but you still want to get out of your own way because other areas of your life are not working. Say you want to have a good relationship, you want to be healthier, you want to lose weight, all kinds of things. There's things you can do. Again, that goal, that one goal, work towards it every single day. Start improving your life. Get out of your own way and start improving your life. But nobody can put this work in for you. It's something you have to do as an individual. And that's my best information on this particular topic I can give at this time. It's something that I've lived through myself, and I've had to implement these. I had to check out my video in Hope for Humanity Season 1 on implementing the drill sergeant, which is that discipline inside of your mind that tells you you're going off track, you're on track. It keeps you consistently thinking and moving towards your goals, because you have to put in the work. You can't just go mindlessly by every single day, because all you're going to get is the same old, same old. You're going to be living a future in the past because you haven't changed anything. Everything starts with the mind. You have to start changing the way you think and the way that you do things. Little by little, like the inchworm, you will get there. And all I can say on this topic now is, please keep working towards it. I can't wait to hear the comments in the comment section below. I want to hear about your dreams and your aspirations and all the things that you want to do going forward and how you plan to get out of your own way. So keep on dreaming, people, and we will see you in the next episode of Hope for Humanity. Thank you very much for joining me today, and take care. Namaste. Much love.